And the video, you mentioned the video was crazy.
The video was so dope. The concept, if I'm getting like the not like, was it like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, or like Frankenstein type of situation? It was something similar to that, right? Where they were like, he like, you know,
they like building the perfect rapper. And that was so dope. And Dr. Dre was the doctor, and he was putting them together. And like, I'm like, this is the concept. This is what when you're on theme to the song with the video.
That's important.
It resonates right here.
Yeah,
like
that's important.
I remember it like I just looked at it yesterday, like the video, because it.
And I think they put a sneaker on him and he came alive. He was laid down, and then when they put the sneakers on him, nigga came alive. But the funny, but you know, and they revamped. I feel like they slightly revamped that idea of that video with 50 Cent in the club.
Sure did.
Because they had 50 running on the thing. He working out. Him and ready. Dre got the lab coats on. Yeah. They building another perfect rapper. It's the Diggy Doc, y'all. We come to rock, y'all.
Yeah.
And it was like the voice was echoing, and like it was like some.
It was a pump up, but it wasn't no energetic pump up. It was just like a laid back swag. It was like one of the first probably swag.
Yeah, like
songs.
And I definitely wanted to see it live. When I heard that, I want to see that live. That beat was big as fuck. Like how big that, you know, you like, damn, this some real shit. And then, you know, when he said, what really caught my ear is when he said, and with DJ Dr. Dre, he referred to him as DJ Dr. Dre on this song. Now, how many fucking songs? Dr. Dre done been on songs with a million motherfuckers. How many times have you heard them say DJ Dr. Dre? You know what I'm saying?
But he was a DJ.
But that's who the fuck he is. He's DJ Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
But nobody referred to him as DJ Dr. Dre on. I don't care how many songs you go back and listen to. That's what stood out to me. Like, damn.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it be the little details and shit like that catch my ear when I'm listening to a song. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That shit stood out to me. And just the call and response, like you said, it was a record, man, that I could just see tearing the fucking stage up. You know what I mean? Because they had the echo on it how DMC used to use. Yeah. I'm DMC in the place to be. Like, and he had that delay on his vocal.
Yeah.
Like, that shit just make me want to be there on stage with him.
Then Dr. Dre is technical like that, man. Just, you know, going to see him fucking with this last mix down on Missionary, you know, this joint he dropping with Snoop. It's like, you know, he actually listens to every aspect of the fucking song before it's good enough for him. Every drop got to be right. Every fucking ding got to be there that need to be there. Exactly. If it's a delay that's supposed to be there, and the delay is like 0.2 and it's supposed to be 0.25, this motherfucker hear this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like, you know, so yeah, he gonna give you meticulousness. Yeah, he gonna give you meticulousness up in there, you know, and just seeing how he attaches himself to his music. Music ain't a pastime or a hobby for him. Music is really that man's life.
Yeah. And if you blessed to have him touch the mixes and mastering on your album, you coming out with some shit. I'm sorry, I don't even care.
That motherfucker for a month or two, but you gonna come.
Hey, dog,
you gonna come out with us ready.
Even the song, even the songs that I don't like in the catalog of things that Dr. Dre has been involved with, the mix.
You mean don't like particularly?
Yeah, it ain't for me.
It
ain't for me.
Yeah.
I done told Dre but I done told him like, yo, I love this song right here. He like, you like that song? I don't like that song. You know what I'm saying? And I be like, man, you know what I'm saying? But real talk, like every song ain't gonna speak to me. You know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna sit around and be no yes man to nobody.
It might speak to you later on,
and it might speak to me later on. You right about that, but it don't matter. Even the ones that at that point I was like, yeah, this ain't for me. The mix was so pristine in the master,
that's what you saying.
And I'm like, it's probably I would approach the song different, but what Dre did is perfect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. And that's what it is. It's like the dude is just a scientist, man. I got the, chance to just see him in there a few times, but in his mixing mode, when he get to that board, he like Captain Kirk at the Enterprise, man.
He sure is.
And that's no bullshit. Now, I mean, and people probably like, oh, well, that's Dr. Dre, the biggest one, so they gonna say, Dre. Man, Dre don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Oh yeah, that's dope. And then he gonna go on with it. He ain't sitting up doting on what the next motherfucker think about it shit, because once he's done with some shit, he trusts it enough to hand it over to the people and let them do what they gonna do with it. He don't sit there and see how many people listening and how many people commented and liked and shit. He's on to the next.
He Dr. Dre. He's Quincy Jones, Paul McCartney, Miles Davis, Prince. He's every motherfucker.
John Coltrane.
You know what I'm saying? Like. He's in the pantheon with the masters.
True.
He's up there with the masters of music, period, in any genre.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah. And people like, oh man, they got these people doing that and then nah, man. If you ain't never been in the studio with Dr. Dre, maybe you don't understand that. Right. But as a fan, you should be able to listen to the music and understand it. But if you ever
put it next to the shit you like.
Yeah, but if you've been in the studio with Dr. Dre, you understand that you're dealing with a master.
Yeah.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? Because
he gonna go back over to the same sound 5 or 6 times until the pitch is exactly the way he wanted, the way he hear it, and then he might take a survey. Is this it? And then based on that, he may or if he cool with it, like no, okay, that's it, moving on. But he ain't moving on till he's satisfied with the shit. And you don't have a lot of people that apply that diligence to their work.
And that's why no one could do it better, and that take us to that title track, No One Could Do It Better. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple things about No One Can Do It Better, man. One, JD, Jermaine Dupri, shout out Jermaine Dupri and the Brat. They knew that this shit was classic because one of the lines is used in Funkdafied. Funky, unmistakably so. You know what I'm saying? Right. Once again, they using my favorites are using lines from my favorites. You feel me? So I keep track of all that kind of shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I love that about that shit. Another thing is that the line where he say the D.O.C. is like a 9 with a voice, telling you the bullet's directions. That shit is so fucking cold to me. The nigga said he's like a 9mm with a voice telling you the bullet's directions. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you where it's coming from. You ain't gonna be able to dodge it. I'm gonna still pierce everything I'm looking at. So it's like, yo, this dude in '89 was really talking heavy.
Bro.
In 1989, he was talking heavy.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Bro. And that shit is just crazy though. Like, no one could do it better. Boom. It's like, all the beats was monster.
Let me tell you something. That's all he had to put on that motherfucking song was no one could do it better. And that motherfucker was still hitting.
That's it.
Yeah. It's like a message.
And only I can understand.
Yeah. That boy. Yeah, he wild.
That's real.
Man.
And then, that's right, Hov.
Keeping it smooth.
Not the D.O.C., but similar to those letters, no one can do it better. You feel me? Hove was listening to the D.O.C. in 1989. I need the people out there to understand that this album is one of the greatest rap debut albums in the history of hip hop. Hove was listening to this shit in 89. Niggas love Hove. He was listening to this shit in 89. The D.O.C., similar to those letters, no one can do it better. Yeah. You feel me? So he done made that fucking album. That album done reached all the way across the map into the fucking Marcy Projects and moved one of the other greatest writers of all time.
True.
That's the album we talking about right now. Yeah. So if you never heard this album, you need to go check it out. You know what I'm saying? Put your headphones
don't
on.
Knock your wig back.
Get in your zone. You feel me? And catch up. So you know what we talking about over here. You feel me? So yeah, but that no one could do a better title track. Is like, man, he just killing shit.
He was killing shit.
Hey, and the murder spree wasn't over. You know what I'm saying? Because then he went to the Whirlwind Pyramid.
Now
it
that
was just like a loose cannon.
The tempo was crazy.
Yeah.
The breath control was crazy on there.
That part. Yeah, please salute that part. Because I'm like, bro, this don't sound like takes to me.
Man.
It don't sound like no takes to me.
Yeah,
I don't know about One Take Jake, but it don't sound like no takes.
One Take Jake, for all y'all who don't know, that's somebody who can walk in the vocal booth and just lay their shit down on one smash and not have to do no retakes or punch ins or nothing like that.
I seen one person do that.
I've had a couple of One Take Jake verses, but it ain't been many out my whole career. It ain't been many because you want it to be right and you want, and then with us how we get down, we usually write on the spot. We don't take tracks home and live with them for weeks at a time. So being right there on the spot, you just learning what you wrote, how to deliver it, and so after a couple of takes. Unless you just in that zone, it's going to take you a couple of takes to get all the right inflections and, the right tonal qualities that express what you're trying to impress upon the people. So you usually I might, it might take me 3, 4, 5 runs to really feel like I'm right there. Now and then, there's certain words that you're gonna have problems enunciating and things like that. So yes, but people it didn't seem like he had many punch-ins.
People be thinking when you laid your first one, they think you already did a one take Jake when they listening because they like shit. That shit dope, but you as an artist want your best you.
True.
Yeah,
so it's like, nah, I gotta do that over because I could do that better.
Yeah.
You feel me? But
you don't want to just punch in.
Yeah.
Where's it messed up at? Yeah. You don't want to just punch in right there.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, motherfucker.
I ain't never been no one take.
No, I want to be able to deliver the whole entire verse in the booth without punch ins or anything like that. Because when I get on the stage, I want to be able to swing it the same way. Right. So I got to know that I can get it in, one expression. I need to know that I can serve that without having to stop or without having to have ad-libs playing in the background or something like that. So I always even, be like, no, I can punch you in right there. Man, you got it. I'm telling you that one word, we can just fix that one word. No. Start that shit back from the top.
What I mean? That's how he records.
Everybody got that process.
Nah, heck yeah.
Everybody got that process.
I gotta marinate on mine. It's a warm up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get the warm up. It depends on what I'm punching. I really don't. If I don't have to punch, I don't want to. Because like you said, the swag, the inflections is gonna change up. And you know what I mean? Gotta have that vibe. But I have seen one take Jakes. Like I was doing a song with Jazzo. And he wrote his whole verse in his mind. Like, it was no paper.
He memorized
that shit within 15 minutes and went and laid it. And the verse was flawless.
Yeah.
And I was looking like, what in the world just happened? This
Battle
like,
Cat said
it was some other stuff. We was in New York and we filmed it out and we recorded it, and I was just like, dang, that's crazy. Like, you hear about it, like, you know, but I've never seen it done like that. Like, you know, because some people do like a line for line if they can, you know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of talent too. Like, that's a lot. Like, for you to do line for line, I don't care. You did a whole 16 like that with no paper.
Crooked
like,
could do that.
That's what Crooked be doing.
Yeah,
he could
Crooked
do that.
Could do that easy.
But he can also freestyle too. So when you have that talent to be able to do that, you can come like that. But I seen him like write that verse in his head, 15 minutes, went in there and laid it, and I was like, dang, I gotta write my down. I'm warming up. You done? And it was
Some
flawless.
people just come to them like Battle Cat said. RZA told him it was like it's another form of shadow boxing.
Got you.
Recording is another.
Some people
form
have that special talent. Yeah,
you
man.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Whatever works for you. You know?
And I thought about that, and I you know, when I go in and it's just not coming right off the top, I just think like, okay, I'm just warming up. I'm just getting into my rhythm.
I can't.
Right.
I can't. That's the talent. Cricket tried to teach me how to freestyle before. I was just like, I said, dang. He said, no, you got to do this. Remember this word and take that. And I'm telling you. And I'm like, nah, bro, I can't. I'm looking like I can't. That's how you do it.
Well, you know what? The way I look at it now, when young artists, they be like, yo, what process should I use? I say try them all and then use the one you like the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, try different processes. Try to approach writing the rap and recording the raps in different ways. And whichever one helps your workflow, you know, go smoother. You know what I mean? And whichever one you gravitate to a little bit more naturally, use that one, because it's not no one process. You know, there's many processes. You know, and some of them are, you know, even though it's many different processes, some of them are just as effective as the other. Exactly. So it don't.
Everybody's
different
people.
Yeah, like some people are visual learners. Some people, you know what I'm saying, gotta hear it. Some people gotta read books. Some people gotta hear books. It just all depends. It's not a one size fits all type of situation. True. It's more of a trial and error situation. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like. Real. Until you get your formula. See, I just slide them fucking songs right in. You know what I mean? Like, now we at the formula. You know what I'm saying?
That's one of the dopest rap songs ever created to me. That's definitely
talk about
formula.
It.
The formula
talk
would
about
be
it.
Probably it would definitely make it in probably my top 25.
Of all rap songs ever.
Of all the millions of rap songs ever made.
That's hard. That's dope.
That's dope.
That's dope.
That's dope. I ain't mad at that.
It's hard to crack that 25.
It sure is. Top 25, dead of blood.
Because
it's hard to crack
because he's telling you the formula. You know what I'm saying? It's his breakdown of his style and his approach to rap, it just lets you know it's inherent in him. It's not something that, you know, a lot of people want to be rappers to be famous. A lot of people want to be rappers, you know, to be rich. You know, it's a elite, esoteric company of artists that really wanted to be artists because they felt they possessed the talent and the drive to become noted among, you know, the landscape of rappers, MCs, or whatever. And for those people, the reward is when people say, "Nigga, you hard." Nigga, you killed that shit on Whoopie Whoop. Or, nigga, I fuck with you, nigga. You in my top 5.
On the real.
You know what I mean? And that's and to those people, that reward is even greater than a financial reward. That's even greater than being on covers of magazines and, you know, world tours and all that. It's like, damn, this what I got into it for, to be recognized as a bad
among the elite. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think
that's real. Like that's some of the. I don't think people really get that. Like, I see a lot of hip hop debates on social media every day, and I don't think that a lot of people understand that what you just broke down is like is the feeling that a lot of artists have.
Right.
They don't like. They think it's all about numbers out there. They think numbers move everything. Right. In an artist's life, and that ain't true.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
So when that person that, you know what I mean, catch you at the gas station or see you coming out the barbershop and they tell you, you know, you in my top 5.
Yeah.
That feeling is like, you know what I'm saying, you just won a fucking award or something.
For real. For real. Them are Grammys and shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, on the real.
That's real.
No, and shout out to D.O.C. too for his presence on X, formerly known as Twitter. You know, I see him often engaging with you know, people that have questions or, you know, want to discuss certain things with him pertaining to his time in hip hop or his perspective. And, you know, he often engages with, you know, just the lay fellow, you know what I mean? The you know, the regular guy on there. And, you know, that's big because a lot of people look up to him like we do. And to get that engagement from him, you know, a lot of they say you don't really want to meet the celebrities that you admire,
right? Because
you'll become disappointed, or you know,
90% of the time.
Yeah. He's not one of them.
Never.
You know what I mean? So I just want to say I admire that about him too. That he takes the time out to engage with his fan base and share, you know, different things about his position in hip hop and his perspectives. So
yeah, and that's the beauty of social media right now. Yeah. Because I would have loved to have been able to hit up some of the dudes from the 80s I was listening to, you know what I'm saying, and be able to just get a response from them. You feel me? Like, yo, man, let me ask Houdini, you know, when they was making One Love, you know what I mean, what the vibe was like in the studio, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, you right
like,
about that.
And to have that kind of access to legendary people, you know what I mean, is a beautiful thing. And just on one more thing on the Formula, dog, before we move on, the Formula is one of the greatest rap songs ever. And you know, he had the audacity to put that at the end of the album too, almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like usually you stack the killers up front. You feel me? Yeah. But he when you got nothing but killers, you know, you gonna get hit with something in the end of the album that's crazy.
Keeping each record I do better than the last one.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know,
you know what I mean? That's what he's saying. The end of the album.
Yeah.
So it's letting you know I still have fire.
I got fire coming for you still, all the way to the end. And the video, you mentioned the video. The video was crazy.
The video was so dope. The concept. If I'm getting like the. Not like, was it like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, or like Frankenstein type of situation? It was something similar to that, right? Where they were like, he like, you know.
They like building the perfect rapper.
And that was so dope. And Dr. Dre was the doctor and he was putting them together. And like, I'm like, this is the concept. This is what, when you're on theme to the song with the video,
that's important.
It resonates right here.
Yeah,
like
that's important.
I remember it like I just looked at it yesterday, like the video, because it.
And I think
so
they put a sneaker on him and he came alive. He was laid down, and then when they put the sneakers on him, he came alive. But the funny, but you know, and they revamped. I feel like they slightly revamped that idea of that video with 50 Cent in the club.
Sure did.
Because they had 50 running on the thing. He working out. And Dre got the lab coats on. Yeah. They building another perfect rapper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They did.
So that was like, I peeped that. I was like, that was from the D.O.C. I get it.
I didn't even trip off that until just now. Damn, that did happen. Yeah, nah. Great albums, great results from it. You know what I'm saying?
What came after that, Crook?
Portrait of a Masterpiece. That's another one where he going so crazy he had to stop. Dre, why you stop? To catch my breath. You got it? Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was firing on that.
Hell yeah, the trigger was pulled.
Oh, he pulled the trigger on Portrait of a Masterpiece.
And it went, and the album went like this.
Yeah.
It went like this. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The energy was crazy.
Yeah.
That was flexing. Like Portrait of a Masterpiece was the highest level of lyricism, flexing that you could do in 89.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It wasn't too many things going above Portrait of a Masterpiece in 89. It was stuff that was on par with it, of course. You know what I'm saying? All the greats. But he was reaching for, hey, I'm trying to flex as, take it to the highest level of lyricism that I could take it. You know what I'm saying? And then he just firing off. The beat is going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Wow, him and Dr. Dre interacting in the song. Yeah. And then at the end, it go off. And then the grand finale come on. And you like, damn.
And Cube right off with about 50 bars. He fired off with about 40 or 50 bars of just letting it be known, yeah, I'm here. This my crew and I'm here. Yeah, y'all thought I wasn't gonna do my thing,
man.
And then ran.
Yo, first of all, Ice Cube, I gotta say this. Every time Ice Cube got on a song with D.O.C., his pen game stepped up a little bit.
Yeah, certain artists, certain artists you go in with.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you, because I think this coming from a fan. You know what I'm saying? This coming from a fan listening.
I love that, and I love that you say that. Not an admirer or supporter, or a fan. Where we fans of artists.
Yeah, we fans of artists, man. We ain't got time for that bullshit. Yeah. So I noticed that. Because he on another song on with D.O.C, the Parental Advisory joint, and every time it felt like Cube was like, nah, why it was the competitiveness came out because D.O.C knew how to flow he could give you any style you want.
Yeah, he can.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like Cube, picture a nigga that's raw. Like that verse is so classic.
Right.
On the grand finale, that Ice Cube verse is so classic. It's so vivid. It's so like he's talking about being now left you all, but I stayed in your head like cholesterol when I blast some solid ass Alcatraz. You know what I'm saying? And if you escape, you better swim fast because I'll catch you physically and mentally. And then capital punishment is the penalty. Never outdone, only out. You know what I'm saying? Like he going crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end, he like take 10 steps and draw. What's left is a motherfucker dead in the alley. Ice Cube is the shit on the grand finale. Like his outro, everything was like, can't nobody rap after this.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? Like nobody can rap after this verse. And then Ren was like, the villain is coming. Underrated MC Ren.
Yeah.
How underrated is motherfucking MC Ren, bro?
MC Ren is underrated for sure.
If you wasn't outside when MC Ren was knocking down buildings, you don't get it. Yeah. MC Ren is so underrated in hip hop conversations, dog.
His voice, his style. The villain. He the villain. Man, when I finally got to do a song with him, it was
R-E-N spells
we did on our third joint that it's called Gang Bang Music. They turned it into Free Tray Deee Volume 1. I don't know why they were talking about free me. They wasn't sending me no motherfucking money in the penitentiary. But anyway, on to the next. on to the point.
J-Pay. Nigga came out with the J-Pay on
to the
nigga.
point. We did a joint. What was the name of this joint? It was hard. I'm up. Do.
You and D.O.C?
No, me, Ren, and Goldie Loke. Yeah.
That's one.
How that go under our radar, man? I gotta hear this.
Well, if we was doing our third East Siders album, and then all the conflict came about, so the songs were somehow lost and refound when I was in the penitentiary about 6 or 7 years later, and it was put out under Free Tray Deee Volume 1, and those were the songs that were made available from there. But yeah, he came off like a motherfucker. His style and attitude.
Ren's hard.
It just it made me just kind of like think of, you know, as dark a place I could get to.
Yeah.
To match what I felt he was gonna bring. You know what I mean? And it's like that with you too, bro. When I get down
the black
with you,
motherfucker called Ren. You fuck with me, you gotta fuck with a Mac 10.
when I get down with you too, and you,
that
shit, I be making sure. I be making sure my motherfucking ink pen is full.
Oh yeah, for sure. We all gotta do that.
Nah, you do.
We all gotta do.
Everybody always be like, hey, I think she got you on this one, Tray Deee. Hey, even Crook said that one. Hey, you know storytelling. You know with Yak popping. Yeah. I don't envy you because you're I was like, all right, Crook, I hear what you said. But,
Yo.
I love that though, you know, because, you know, I feel like that prepares me to be ready to go in the lab with anybody.
Yeah,
you know
for
what I mean?
sure.
I don't always want to be the dominant.
But see, I don't know if other people think like that. I feel like some people think they so dope that whatever they say is dope.
They do. You have something.
You feel me? And then it's like,
and it's not.
Yeah.
For your information.
And you're delusional.
It's
now
not.
you done got swept up by D on the mic because you thought that everything you come up with is dope. You know what I'm saying? So
Or
it's
you don't even get on the song.
Yeah, it's like
your part got erased when the engineer replayed it.
Or you like, you know what? Yeah, I'll be back. Right.
Nah, somebody got to pull your coattail like, hey man, you just got ate up.
Yeah.
You need to rethink your whole existence on this song. You know what I'm saying? You need to go in there and peel that verse off like a sticker, you know? But
it would have been that situation involved with them. I just imagine if we was around in that time what we'd have came up with to insert ourselves within that circle of artistry. It would have been some shit because they was coming, man.
Even E.
And I had to agree with you when you said that when we chose what we were gonna do on this particular episode right here. It was like shit, you know, when you made the point about it being one of the best debut albums ever in hip hop. It just took me about 21 seconds to process that, and I was like, I have no argument with that. I have no rebuttal for that because, like I said, man, he sounded like a seasoned vet on that motherfucker, man, and he fit in perfect with the cast of characters. You know, Ice Cube, Ren, Dr. Dre on the beat. You know what I mean? You know, it was everything you could expect or hope for from a new artist that was repping the top camp at that time over here on the West Coast.
Absolutely.
You know, so he did his thing, man. Much love, you know.
I got raw when I came to Cali.
Yeah. Yeah, all love. You did that. It's a classic, and we'd have been remiss not to salute and acknowledge you. You know, shit, man. You one of our greats, homie.
And you gotta go out and say, put it in the needle and drop it on
the
one.
Boy.
You know what though? Hey, you know what? I gotta add this though. Jawan, throw that camera on me real quick. Listen, man. The grand finale is our Juice Crew Symphony. So when you got the symphony,
not Craig G,
Marley Marl,
Heavy D,
Master Ace, Cool G,
Rap,
Big Daddy Kane.
What? Big Daddy Kane. We not gonna play.
When the way I feel about that song, that's how I feel about grand finale because each one of them artists was already doing their stuff. Easy was doing his stuff. Cube was doing his stuff.
Easy,
you know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre was doing this. So everybody was already in position. They had fan bases. They had their own lanes. They had their own projects and everything where they shine. Those people coming together and making that joint, they made history in my eyes with that joint. I never forget that joint. I feel the same way I feel about that as I feel about the symphony. So if you're over there, you want to know how we feel about the grand finale, think about the symphony, homie.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. Good ending to that one. You already know how we do it. Hit that like and subscribe and fuck with your folks. This album was brought to you by Mercedes of Long Beach, 2300 Spring Street in Signal Hill, California. Much love for the support. When you want to ride, fly, check out Mercedes-Benz of Long Beach.